How to make Pico De Gallo. Well, today we've got a surprise for you guys. If you like Pico De Gallo, well, come along with us and let's see how to do this. Okay, the ingredients are real simple. All you really need for Pico De Gallo, which is really a tomato-based salsa, and we're going to show you step by step how to make Pico De Gallo. Now what you do, you take Roma tomatoes and you just finely chop those up, and I'll do that. I'll show you how to do that, or how I do it anyway. I just take my tomatoes and just slice them about 1/4 inch thick, like so. And then I come back and flip it over like that so I can cut this side about 1/4 inch thick. Just be careful, don't cut yourself. And then I just kind of cut these about 1/4 inch. And that way they're kind of chunky, but they're not too chunky. And if you like them smaller, you can cut them smaller if you want to. And I've already got several of them chopped up here in the bowl, as you've already seen. We'll go ahead and add that one in. I just wanted to show you how I did that. Now, another thing too that I do is I take red onion, and this was a pretty large onion. We won't use the whole thing because my wife doesn't like that much onion, so I'm only going to grab a handful or so just to kind of color it. Yeah, maybe a little more than a handful. And so there, we've got that. And the next ingredient that I do is I put about a tablespoon of garlic. And so we've got some real nice chopped up garlic here, and we're going to add that to our mixture. All right. And then, of course, naturally we have chilies, or jalapenos as some people call them. Some people call them chilies. But anyway, these are rather large jalapeno. And so if you want spicy Pico De Gallo, you would want to leave the seeds in. The seeds are in behind this membrane here. And folks, I'm going to tell you, they will light you up if you're not careful, if you don't like jalapenos. Now, I love them, but they're a little too much for my wife. So what I do is I just basically take a knife and cut down through here like this, like right here, and like this right here, and cut that membrane, cut them seeds out. Okay, see those seeds? That's what's really hot for a jalapeno. And so if I was to scrape all those off, and I'll do that here in this little bowl, but anyway, that's what you want to do to keep your Pico De Gallo from being really hot. You don't want that membrane or the seeds in it. But anyway, so I took the other half of that pepper and I chopped it up fairly fine, you know, for our salsa here. So we'll go ahead and dump that in, and that keeps it from being really hot. Now the next thing that I do is I take cilantro, and we got some cilantro here, and of course you can only, you know, use so much of it or it gives it too strong of a flavor. And so I've got it all chopped up. This was a whole bag. I went ahead and washed it real clean and got some of the browner leaves out of it and everything, and chopped everything up. We won't use it all because it's too much, it's too overpowering, but I'll put what I feel like is going to be right for this mixture here for the amount of tomatoes. And the rest of this cilantro I'll save and probably use in some of my eggs, like scrambled eggs or something like that, or even like the other day I made a video called Cheeseburger Omelette. I could even put some of that in a cheeseburger omelet. If you hadn't seen that video, I'll leave that up in the card right above you there, and also in the description box, and you can take a look at that. But anyway, we've got our cilantro here. Now the next ingredient that I want to put in is going to be salt. Now I've got about a little over a tablespoon of salt, and I use Redmond's real salt, and I'll leave a link of that down in the description as well. This is really good salt. It's out of Utah, and I use it a lot. As you can see, the color of it, if I can show you. Anyway, it's got a real good color to it, and we'll go ahead and add that to this mixture, and that's about right there. Now the next thing that we're going to put in this Pico De Gallo is you've got to have lime. Now you can use lemon if you choose, if you don't have lime or whatever, but lime is typically what most Mexican restaurants use when they make their Pico De Gallo, and it's certainly what I use in mine. Now I have used lemon juice, but you know, if I can get a lime, that's what I'll use. So anyway, what you want to do is just kind of take your lime, roll it around on your cutting board. That kind of gets the juices flowing, gets them broke loose and everything. And then just cut your lime in half. And what we're going to do, we're going to squeeze the juice of both halves in this. Man, I'm telling you what, folks, this is an awesome little old salsa recipe, and we eat it a lot, we make it a lot, and it's so easy to do. It doesn't take very long, and I'm gonna tell you, it doesn't last very long around here because we eat it like crazy. And so we're gonna put that in there. Now really, that is all there is to that. You got your Roma tomatoes chopped up about a quarter inch. I use a red or a purple onion. Some people call it a purple one. I use that, and then I use a half of a jalapeno, pretty good sized jalapeno. I use about a tablespoon of garlic, minced garlic. I use about a half a cup of chopped cilantro. Then I use about a tablespoon of really good sea salt. I use the juice of a whole lemon, and then all I do is take a fork and just begin to fold all that in real well like that right there. And now, generally what you want to do when you're making salsa like this, you want to take a look at the consistency of it. If one looks like it's overpowering the other, you can add a little bit more. As you can see, I've got quite a bit more tomatoes than I do cilantro. So I'm going to add just another pinch of cilantro, and I'm going to add another pinch of onion. Okay? And you know, if some of these are ingredients that you don't like as well, you can adjust that for your own taste. But anyway, I pretty much know what my wife and I like on this. And so we get that mixed up. Now look at that, that's really got a good color to it. Now, what you want to do generally when you get to this point is you really need to cover it and put it in the refrigerator for about an hour or so and let all these ingredients begin to marry together and before you eat it. But we don't usually can wait that long. So, and the reason why we can't wait that long is because it's so good. I didn't grab these here, but let me show you. I got some different kind of chips here. You can use regular flat chips or whatever if you want, but what I really like is the ones that's called scoops or whatever. They're kind of like that, where you can really get down in there and get you a scoop full of it right there, boy. And let me show you what this looks like right here, man. Wow, man, I'm gonna tell you folks, Pico De Gallo, if you've never made it yourself, you need to do that. Now I'm gonna show you a little bit of a bonus here, and I didn't tell you I was gonna do this in the beginning, but I wanna show you something here. All you need to do to make good guacamole is get you an avocado. It's real easy to do. You already have the base for guacamole, which is your Pico De Gallo. You cut it around one time, you got a big seed in there. Now all you got to do is take your knife and you can pull that seed out real easy. Take a tablespoon like this right here, come right along the edge of that skin, go down in there and just walk it right on out of there, just like that. Comes right out of the skin, okay? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and do both halves here. You just go ahead and pull that right on out, real easy like that. We can toss that away. Now, what you want to do, since you have this whole chunks in here, what I like to do, I just kind of tilt my bowl like this and mash my avocado where it's kind of mushy and not chunky. And then I can take and blend that right on into my Pico De Gallo. You see how it works? You see how that is? Now look at all that juice down in there. When we were finishing earlier, this wasn't very juicy, but since it's set up for a few minutes, this has begun to incorporate in with each other. All these ingredients are incorporating in. So once you get your avocado chopped up real fine like that right there, you just take and marry that in with all your pico. This is not going to be enough for us for avocado. I'll have to put another avocado or two in there. But you get the point. You see what I'm saying? And so there it is. You got Pico De Gallo with avocado. And folks, you can't beat that. You need to give this a try. Even though I dropped my fork down in it. Hey, it's Mike over here, Mr. Cast Iron. You guys give us a try. We'll be coming back to you soon. And have a great day.